Hello guys, what's up? It's Blackwing 2040. Welcome to another live read actually. So this is the live read that won the poll. You guys selected and I also combined, well actually it came down to a tie on Twitter. So the tiebreaker was shout out to the DC Discord server. You guys know who you are. I put the poll in there and everyone voted for Bat. Literally, a lot of people voted for Batman. Batman got the most votes. So the winner of the live read is a Batman story, and so the next Batman story I'm deciding to do is the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul. And shout out to the people who are in the chat. Batman 101, thank you for being here. Layla, thank you for the usual people. Nice to see you. Dawnbreaker, what's up? How's it going? It's 7:05 over here in the U.S. And Elijah, my cousin Elijah, how you doing, Elijah? So yeah, so I did before I started. This book is actually 10 parts long. Here's the crazy thing: this book has three preludes, three, and I'm like, why does it have so many? So this book has three preludes, and the main story is 7 parts. So this will be broken down into. This will have to be a two-part live read. So part one will do the first three preludes, and part one and two of the story, and then next time we'll do the remaining parts. So I don't want to skip the preludes because I feel they hold a they do hold a bit of plot into the story. The first prelude is actually like it's a bit of a backstory history of Ra's al Ghul. So eh, I think it makes sense that I do that. So just hmm, I'm just doing a little look see of some of the things. Sheesh, how long is this first one? Okay, this first one is definitely has to be like what, an annual? Alright, this next prelude, this one doesn't look like it's too long. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, the second prelude's not too long. Third one, this one doesn't look too. Yeah, this one doesn't look too long either. Oh yeah, so the second two preludes are one bit longer. I think that's probably because it's an annual. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the story of the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul. And I'm about to say players, our key characters in this story are Batman, of course, Nightwing, Robin, Tim Drake, just so you know, Ra's al Ghul, of course, his name is in the title, Talia, which makes sense, Damian Wayne, a character named the Sensei, another character named the White Ghost, and another character named I Ching. So let us begin. And I forgot my water. The water that I usually need whenever I'm reading. But, well, I'll get that when I take a break. Come, Talia. There is no time to lose. We must begin Damien's education. Damien is just a boy, headstrong, willful. He must know the truth. He must know everything. How can everyone know? How can anyone know everything about the past? My father is dead. The intricacies of his long and Byzantine life followed him into the grave. What's the creative team on this? Oh, the creative team on this? This story was written by Grant Morrison, Paul Dini. Because okay, there's a lot of people on the creative team for this. Mainly the head honchos of the story are Paul Dini and Grant Morrison, which is great. So other writers Peter Milligan, Fabian Nes. I'm butchering his last name. Fabian Niciza, and the last writer Keith Champagne. That's easy. And for Pencils, David Lopez, Jason Pearson, Tony S. Daniel, Freddie E. Williams II, Don Kramer with Carlos Rodriguez, Ryan Benjamin, and David Baldion. So, so yeah, those are the list of creators that are on top of this story. You are wrong, daughter of Ra's al Ghul. I have in my possession certain historical records. That's impossible. They were burned years ago in London. Some survived, and were added and verified by their subject himself. They tell the story of Ra's al Ghul's life. This is what you must inculcate into the youth. I still think we should wait. He's having a difficult pubsence. We cannot delay. As you know, the servants of the Venerable One dealt with the meddlers who got too close to us. But now someone has arrived who is altogether more dangerous. Someone who might destroy centuries of meticulous planning. Surprised someone like you would bother himself over two missing ecologists. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I mean, Batman. Wow, I just very important men take a keen interest in the Wayne Ecological Foundation, Mrs. McMurphy. Tell me, is there anything out there that could have killed them? You mean apart from the poisonous spiders, venomous snakes, and freshwater crocodiles? You mean the Chilo polycreta, commonly known as the dark-headed rice borer? Maybe the moths killed them. Seriously, Jason and Carrie are experienced field workers. If anyone should have been safe out there, it was them. You done your homework, so you probably also know that Jason and Carrie were studying them. The moths were what first alerted us to something going on with the local ecosystem. They were living in places they shouldn't, and they were living longer. Instead of a life cycle of about 12 days, these little monsters are living for 9 or 10 weeks, which is unusual, which is unbloody heard of. It's like a man getting to 500. Hmm. Many people out there, Mrs. McMurphy. Indigenous, Jaru, and Kija, mostly. The few whites live in the towns that were thrown up in the gold rush of 1890. Maybe the missing field workers are holed up in one of them. I can't see it. Those towns pretty much died years ago. Somehow they must refuse to lie down. I'll take a look anyway. It's a wild, it's a wild country out there. You'll be needing a lift? I brought my own transport. Oh, so basically Batman is in Australia. I did not know that. All right, so now we return with Talia and Damien, where she's basically going to give Damien a history lesson on Ra's al Ghul. And when I first read this, like I found this very, very interesting. What should I care about what happened to some old dead guy? Because he is your grandfather, Damien, and you must know of his greatness. He le- he lived a long time. He killed a lot of people. He died. End of story. No, the story is only beginning. Finally Ra's arrived at the great city, thirsty for knowledge. There he came into the company of an old man. I want to be a physician. I want to help people. I'll teach you what I know, on one condition. I am infirm and soon for the grave. My daughter Sora, she will need a husband to look after her. Okay, so basically, yeah, so this is beginning, um, for those, yeah, this is beginning Ra's al Ghul's history. I thought we agreed you stopped trying to marry me off. I'll be honest with you, Raish. I don't really like boys much, but I can offer you companionship and support. And if we get married, it will make my father's last days much happier and stop him pestering me. Hmm, I admit, I'm more interested in the pursuit of knowledge than women. We might be able to come to some mutual beneficial arrangement. Within a year, Ra's al Ghul was married, and his teacher died. Being a Zoroastrian, his body was laid out in the Tower of Silence for sky burial. But even as the vultures tore at the last of his father-in-law's flesh, Ra's al Ghul was hard at work. It's no good. These equations your father was working on have me beat. I can't break the code. Perhaps I can help? Thank you, Sora. A warm bowl of goat milk and nutmeg would be most refreshing. I mean with the calculations. I learned much from my father and knew he was struggling to complete his final great work. You're a very intelligent girl, Raish. yourself. And let me see those figures. Sora, I believe this is going to be a beautiful marriage. We'll see. In the meantime, I think you're ready to know the object of my father's obsession. More calculation? My father was working on a map, using the wisdom of the stars and calculations handed down from the ancients. A map of what? One which shows the way to something of which men have long dreamed of immortality. Finally, together, Ra's al Ghul divined the secrets of the unfinished map and found what they were seeking. My father called it a Lazarus pit. If we if we could understand the physics that make that strange substance work, we might help man fight his oldest enemy. Death? Exactly. While trying to understand the secrets of the Lazarus pit, Ra's al Ghul worked as a physician, and his reputation grew. My son ails badly. Find me a physician who isn't a charlatan, or I'll have your lips sliced off. Yes, your highness. If I could cure the prince, our reputation would be made. I'd have the funding to push my research forward. The prince is nothing but a cruel young aristo. I caught him leering at me in the bazaar. Don't do this, husband. We can do without the king's money. You're wrong, Sora. When I walked through the desert, I nurtured a dream. This is my way to fulfill it. A dream that turned into a nightmare. I heard about this. The prince survives but goes crazy and kills Sora. Boring. Tell me something I don't know. You might know some of the facts. You don't know how they turned a young idealist into the terror of the world. You don't know how the death of Sora broke your grandfather's heart and forever darkened his soul. You're right, I don't know. And guess what? I don't care. You must care. You must remember all that I tell you. Why? What's this about? Why must I remember this stuff? Because it's important. Oh, mother, you have to do better than that. All right. What if I were to tell you that your grandfather has cheated death? Ecologists? You mean those long-haired mob collectors? They've been here. They've been through here. Young college types lecturing us about the environment. I says fair dinkum we're part of the environment, ain't we? Don't you work for some rich yank? They've been missing for 2 weeks. They've been missing for 2 weeks. Is there anyone who might know where they are? And who's asking? Just answer the question. Shrew, why don't you tell the old fella? Where can I find him? That's a tough one. He goes walkabout. What does he look like? Looks older than me, mate. And I was born in 1900. And back to one who arrived there. A man with very different dream. Uncle, you are still leader of our tribe, but the tribe I am describing will stretch farther than the sands of Araby, stretch into every land, past the walls of every city. Oh, nephew, just like your father, you were always the dreamer. What you speak of is too fantastical. My father never had half my vision, uncle, nor my talent. But it would take several lifetimes for one man to understand. You will in time. Time is something we have a great deal of. The destruction of this city has unleashed a demon, and I, Ra's al Ghul, I am truly the demon's head. Hope you find them, mate. Those moth catchers seem like decent blokes. Better than the dipsticks from town, anyways. What about the old fella? Crazy as a cut snake. You'll be wasting your time. Mate, you might be hotter than a stunned mullet and all of that. You'd be surprised. The suit has a very sophisticated cooling system. Where is he? Wellington! Wesley! Wesley! What the hell are you doing, man? Napoleon's moving in his Imperial Guard. Waterloo's lost, Race, and Europe with it. That insufferable little frog has outflanked me. I was just about to give the order to surrender. If you do manage to survive, be a good chap and take a message to Lady Hamilton. My dear Duke, I have every intention of surviving. Not just this life, but many others. A pretty display, but about as much good as a corset on a cow. The battle's lost, I tell you. It will be a close run thing, but we'll come out on top, as long as you hold your nerve. Sir, Marshal Marshal Blutcher will arrive soon with his reinforcements. Thank you, White Ghost, as I hoped. Blutcher? That Prussian worst gobbler? Never trust a German. Unless, of course, he's King George III of England. Blutcher will come. My faithful aide here, the White Ghost. He has directed my secret organization known as the Demon. It will it is my will that Waterloo will be a great victory for you, Wellington. But why? Why should you care? You're not even British. Napoleon is a brilliant man, one who strides the world like a giant. If he were to succeed, he might even come to challenge me and my organization, disrupt the natural order of things. Besides, I have another more personal reason for wishing to see the little general toppled. Have you been to Paris before, Monsieur Al Several lifetimes ago, mademoiselle. You must be heartbroken that your sweet child has been exiled. Perhaps a little. Napoleon has an exciting man to be with. I've been told that I am not entirely tedious. We shall have to put that to the test. Ra's al Ghul took this girl as his mistress and lived in Paris with her for several years. Only once did he slip up and call her Sora. After his brutally murdered wife, whom she so uncannily resembled. Ooh, resurrection a bit, or not resurrection, reincarnation? Who knows? Of course, as she started to age, he found a good reason to leave France. If he loved her, why didn't he use the Lazarus pits to keep her young and live with her forever? Your grandfather had bigger plans, plans that did not include a woman. You must realize that, though massively charming, your grandfather could be a cold and ruthless man. It comes with living so long. Things that might move or horrify normal mortals are nothing to him. Mere shadow shows, flickering quickly on and off the stage of life. I don't buy it. The white ghost? That's so obviously not real. Most of all, I don't buy that grandfather's still alive. You think I'd lie to you, Damien? I don't know. Maybe. Your grandfather's alive. Where is he? I don't know. Well, I want to see him. Here is the next installment of the historical records. Why can't you give me all of them at once? We don't want you skipping ahead to the end. Now just be sure you don't stray from the text, Talia. Don't let that woman's imagination of yours embroider the truth. Are you saying you never do a little embroidery yourself? I am a slave to your father and to the truth. Just remember to keep yourself and the boy away from this chamber. Aquahol, I thought so. For view. I have sent some of your finest to waylay him who threatens us, master. If you can understand this, I hope it pleases you. Not your usual martial arts weaponry. Only one man I know issues his assassins with these. A man who's lived long enough to really know how he wants to kill someone. But what are you doing out here? Who's there? I said, who's there? You know I'm pretty good at climbing myself. Suppose I might as well come down then. Hup! Yeah. This is about those bloody apples. Alright, so back to continuing the story, the history. How far into this? Sheesh, man. Why do annuals gotta be so long? Alright, like about 10 pages. He's up the apple and pears, governor. Thank you. Master, sorry I'm late. The traffic around Whitechapel was horrendous. There's been another murder, you know. Your telegram said you had something for me. I finally tracked them down to a dealer in Shorteridge. It appears that after Sterling It appears after stealing them from you, your uncle passed them off as a work in progress by a young writer named H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells, not Harrison Wells like The Flash. So don't get it twisted, guys. The historical records, White Ghost, I haven't seen these in years. Sir, as we've discussed, there may come a time when your life is snatched away from you, before you before you have time to get into a Lazarus pit. For many years now, I have been seeking guidance from sages and mystics. And I believe there is a way, even you from torn limb from limb, for your life force to survive. But if you are ever to inhabit another living body, these documents will be vital, though though at present they are incomplete. We have much work to do. This is getting annoying. What was that white ghost guy talking about anyway? Inhabit the body? It is not important that you understand everything, simply that you remember. On a making sense scale of 1 to 10, that's about a -5. I quit. Out of my way. Your lessons must continue. The hell they must. Master, the hour for the resurrection is near. You will be confused. This is unavoidable. It is in the nature of resurrection. But everything you have forgotten about yourself, the boy will know. His memory will be your memory. What's going on in there? There he is! Careful not to hurt him. Little brat like to break his filthy hands off me. What is this? Damian, you could have damaged it. Forgive me. Forgive me, White Ghost. Whoa. Turns out the person that actually gave Talia the historical records is White Ghost. At first, this is like my third time reading this story, but I just never, most parts of the story I still have yet to understand. Have I told you about the apples, mate? Several times. Is this the one? The stream where you get the water to make your moonshine? It's down here. Excuse me. No. Second thoughts? Maybe not. Maybe it's a different place altogether. 6 apples, and for that I get transported weren't even nice apples. It's always the same water from the same little underground stream. Cloudy water, it is, mate, but it makes the best grog. Been drinking it since I escaped from the Penal Canal. Try to remember where the stream is. Lives might depend on it. I always remember sooner or later, when I get thirsty enough. Have I told you about the apples, mate? Gosh. Ra's al Ghul is your father. You cannot stand in the way of what has been planned for centuries. It says in the historical records that my father's life force will inhabit the body of the boy. A turn of phrase, an antiquated expression which perhaps gets a little twisted in translation. Here's what will happen. Your father will be summoned. His life force will form into a new body, thanks to the wondrous properties of the Lazarus pit. But he will be confused. He will have questions about himself, about who he is. You could surely answer those. Questions that only a male blood relative can answer. It has to be Damian, Talia. The rules of this game were set in motion long before any of us were alive. I promise you on everything I hold dear, your son will come to no harm. And the fire in which Ra's al Ghul's body died. Bring us up to date with Ra's al Ghul's many struggles with Batman and with the record of Ra's al Ghul's many lives. Batman? I take after him, don't I? Perhaps you share a little willfulness of spirit. I like that. I wonder where he is right now. Two of them had maggots, could hardly eat him, but still they throws me on that transportation ship. Did I tell you about the transportation ship, Mike? She believed you, sir? I think so. After many lifetimes, one becomes practiced in the subtle art of deception. She will bring the boy down herself. He must not be scared, must not believe there is danger. There will only be 2 of you in attendance. Any more might raise Talia's suspicions. At a given signal, you will constrain Talia. Oh, she will struggle, she will cry, as only a desperate mother can struggle and cry, but will be too strong for her. You will hold her, and I will hurl the boy into the pit. A new body for Ra's al Ghul. Sir, do you ever wonder if he's really in there? All the times I've heard you talk to the Lazarus pit, and never once have I heard Ra's al Ghul's reply. Never once has there been so much as a ripple. Fool, of course he answers. It's just that I'm the only one who can hear him. This is it? I used to set up my still just over there. There's something in here. That's them, the moth collectors. The missing ecologists. But look at these droppings. The bodies have been here almost 2 weeks. There's been barely any decomposition. One had his neck broken. A clean, brutal snap. The other's been killed by an obscene sharp instrument. You mean murdered? Why would anyone want to do it a couple of moth collectors? For the same reason 4 of Ra's al Ghul's assassins would attack me, for getting too close to something. Oh, now, you ain't thinking of going in there, are you, mate? All I gotta do is meet Grandpops and then let him ask me questions about himself. That's all. As long as you remember all that your mother taught you, you'll be fine. Come on, I can't guarantee I'll remember everything. Just do your best, Damien. So what's the old guy gonna look like? A zombie? I'll be real upset if he doesn't look at least a little like a zombie. They come, Master. Your days of incorporeality will soon be ended. Flesh and blood, Master. Just entering its prime. Okay, where's the zombie? Your grandfather is in the waters of the Lazarus pit. Step in and you'll meet him. You must be out of your creepy albino head. There is no way I'm putting one foot into that stuff. Light up ahead. What's going on here? Where are they? Talia? Where's the boy? The boy? Talia and Damien were here? They were too fast for us. They were ready. Brutal. Unfair. Centuries of planning gone because of that cursed woman and her brat child. Just tell me what's going on. You, my master's enemy, is my enemy. Oh, you wouldn't believe how many enemies I have. White Ghost! Who's White Ghost? I am. Are you watching, Master? So White Ghost charges at Ra's al Ghul, but Batman dodges and White Ghost falls into the Lazarus pit. They could be anywhere. Talia is a very resourceful woman. And the White Ghost fellow still hasn't surfaced? I had a call from Miss McMurphy at the Wayne Ecological Foundation last night. It seems the Outback Lazarus Pit is linked to an almost bottomless underground chasm, feeding into many local streams, all of which are responsible for the strange localized environment, which led to the Medusilla moths, which in turn led to 2 young ecologists, losing their lives. Methuselah moths. That's rather good, sir. I also got the test results back on those historical records. Seems they're not hundreds of years old. They were produced in the 1880s. Surely they could be copies made of the original, more ancient records, sir? Yes, or they could all be the product of a delusional mind, a simple work of fiction. Interesting. Got it. Batman, you gotta go. I mean, you're for instance, you're. I'm reading a. It's been a while since I did a Batman comic on a live read, but you love Grant Morrison's run, so I figured this would interest you. But if you gotta go, that's fine. And that's the end of the first chapter. Yeah, the first chapter was prelude. The first prelude was literally an annual, so it's that part is done. All right, so the second prelude is called The Festival of the Hungry Ghosts, and this mostly centers around Damien. Hey, how do you think Tommy got his OG Green Ranger powers back for the anniversary? I'm loving it, but my dad plays guitar and is doing concert. I'll watch Arc. All right, cool, Batman. That's fine. Enjoy your dad's concert. How do you think Tommy got his OG Ranger powers back from the? I don't even want to know how. Like Power Rangers has broken the. They gave science the middle finger many times, and continuity. They also gave continuity the middle finger many times. Heck, Tommy had his powers in his Green Ranger powers in the Legendary War. Well, Legendary Battle. The Legendary War was in Gokaiger. My mistake. But anyway, Tommy had his Green Ranger powers in the Legendary Battle. Uh, they broke the fourth wall, basically. But who knows? I really don't know how or why, but it makes sense why JDF is wearing the Green Ranger costume because that was his first. That's what he started out with, and that's what he's most memorable for. I mean, most MMPR. I remember JDF saying in an interview, someone asked him a question: "Do people remember you more? Which people recognize you more as White Ranger or Green Ranger?" And he did say most people recognize him more as the White Ranger, but as years went by, people recognize him more as the Green Ranger, which I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that at all. But like I said, keeping my expectations low regarding that episode, and that episode will air in 3 weeks. We got 3 weeks until that episode airs. I'm gonna try not to count the days because I don't want to be too anticipated about that. Anyway, let's continue. Actually, hold on. Let me get a bottle of water because my throat is starting to get really dry. Be right back. Sorry. Whew. I definitely needed that. I can definitely tell that maybe, or I can probably assume, voice actors do have water bottles with them every time when they're in a studio because when you talk a lot, your voice does get very, very dry and chapped, but it makes sense. Welcome back, Layla. So yeah, Layla, what you missed, how can I explain this? Talia al Ghul was giving Damien history of Raish. This character, the White Ghost, he's known as Raish al Ghul's assistant slash butler. I always tell you to get 2 or 3 bottles before you do. I actually do. Funny, I actually have two, but they're opened. They were open bottles. I have 2 bottles with me right here, so I'm ready. Whew. All right. The island of Chao in the West Lama Channel. Population 30,000 plus one. What is wrong with this place? Hello? Anybody home? Is this entire island full of old people who go to bed early? Boy! Come inside, quickly. The streets are not safe this evening. It is a blessing that I have seen you tonight. Please come in before you are devoured. Devoured? I'd like to see that. Ah, but it's no joking matter, young man. It is the 14th evening of the seventh full moon. Only a fool would venture outdoors. This one night each year, death wanders the streets. Vengeful spirits, both restless and hungry. Can't be any worse than the smelling here. Child, there is much you need to learn. My table is small and my tea is weak, but come, sit and humor an old man. I will share with you the story of this night, of the festival of the hungry ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. There's a submarine waiting to take me across the channel to Hong Kong. Have fun with your little ghosts. To have sired such a rude little boy. Your father must mask his eyes in shame. Say that again? It is only our manners that separate us from the beasts, boy. Out of kindness, I offered you shelter and drink. You spit both back in my face. You bring shame upon yourself and your family. You were the one who called me a fool. Good. So Damien drinks the tea that the old man offered, but I guess it's an anesthetic that puts him to sleep, and then he wakes up in a graveyard. What the? What hit me? Sneaky old jerk. I'll mount your head on my wall for drugging that tea. Hey, hey you, over here. Do you think Power Rangers broke the fourth wall? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I really don't know. What are you, blind and deaf? Don't you hear me calling you? Wait, strange. How could a blind kid move so fast? There was a man from the state of Chu who had a spear and a shield for sale. Sneak up on me again and I'll be displeased. You wouldn't like me when I'm displeased. I'm looking for a blind kid about my age. You seen him? Stop your babbling and tell him. The man was loud in his praise for his shield, proclaiming to all that all could hear. My strong, my shield is so strong, nothing of this world can penetrate it. He was equally proud of his spear. It is so sharp, he cried. It will pierce anything. First of all, if he doesn't realize the spear can puncture the shield, he won't sell them for a Ewing. Second, do you have Alzheimer's? Is that your problem? How do you not notice a giant bug on your face? Alright, that does it. This is getting ridiculous. And suddenly a whole bunch of spirits just start some ghosts or yeah, let's just say ghosts starts walking around Damien. He stuck a feather in his hat and hurried to the town. Children met with him with a horse for the gates were broken down. What are you talking about? Get away from me! I demand to know what's going on here. It's all right. I understand. It was really scary when I first died too. I'm not dead. Stubborn. The boy is stubborn. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. His nose is cold. His heart is still. Can't outrun the poison cup. Still wants to breathe. Accept the truth. There's no escape. Your time has passed. There's nothing left. Into the dirt, where he belongs. Shut up! Try again to break the gates. He's dead. The boy must learn. Dead, he's dead. He's beginning to see. There's no escape from the end. One last time. Here he comes. Almost done. It's sinking in. Dead. He's dead. He's dead. There he goes. Not clever enough. Do you even know my mother? Do you have any idea about my father? I'm smarter than all of you. And this gets interesting. Now he's fighting a whole bunch of Robin Ghost. Yeah, people trying to kill me. Something that makes sense. So Damien easily takes down these Robin spirits and just leaves one standing. I wonder if I were dead, what would be the point of trying so hard to kill me? And where did all the so-called ghosts go? Did they suddenly have someplace else to haunt? Ugh, nasty. Stupid smoke bombs reek of rotten eggs. If there really are any ghosts out here, I think you're all stupid and I don't believe in any of you. By the way, if anybody else tries to kill me, I won't be so nice next time. And then as Damien walks away, a hooded figure picks up the sword that Damien left behind in the graveyard. Excellent. The boy is so strong and clever. His body is well trained. He may not believe in ghosts, but he'll soon learn. And now we're on to the final prelude of the story. Oh, man, these preludes. Every, hmm, To be honest, I'm to the point where I don't care anymore about the celebration episode. Yeah, neither am I. I think they broke continuity because of the issues with the 25th and to a lesser degree the 20th anniversary. Yeah, they kind of did break continuity a lot. But, let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, this prelude doesn't look like it's too long. Nope, these doesn't look too bad. How long have I been? Oh, 45. I've been going for 45 minutes. I can't wait for next week. Next week. PMC. How unfortunate am I and other fellow members of the hashtag family that cannot make it out to PMC. This sucks. This really sucks. Thankfully, I'm glad Larry did say he'll Skype call while he's over at the convention, so that's really nice of him to do that. Ooh, gosh. Oh, I have school next. Oh, sorry, Layla. I didn't know that's what you meant. But yeah, PMC is next week Friday. Speaking of stuff, I need to watch the new. That's crazy. This past weekend there was no new episode of Build, but we get a new episode of Loop Hat. I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm still looking forward to Henshin Hangout this Saturday. That's gonna be a fun Henshin Hangout for sure. All right, so now we begin our story. Known as I Ching, and he's a blind monk basically. The Book of Changes is more than just a device for telling fortunes. Build and Lupin have different time slots. I mean, yes, they do, but they're both superhero time. They air at the same. They're both on superhero time. Basically, that's just an hour of superhero shows in Japan. So I find it weird that they only got. I think actually I looked up something on the wiki. My Ranger wiki. There was a reason why Build didn't come on that this past weekend. I think it was some kind of. It was a high school basketball tournament for some reason. Let me let me take a look. Number 26. Okay, the episode aired alone on Superhero Time due to the postponement of Kamen Rider Build episode 47 for the airing of the first game of the 100th Japanese High School Baseball Championship. I remember something like that. This is the same thing that happened with Q Ranger last year. That's one of there was a baseball tournament that Japan always does this baseball tournament and they always air it on TV. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, it is a living thing. You can hear it everywhere. The voice of the whole world talking to itself, working out what to do next, long before it actually does it. People rarely listen when the world talks. Yeah, well, I could talk philosophy with you all night. I really could. It must be weird being able to see the future but not the present. Please excuse my friend's rudeness. There's really only one thing we need from you, and no one needs to get help. I mean, get hurt. That came up. And so I Ching's story is getting, I can say, robbed by a bunch of masked men, but of course Batman comes in to handle the situation. Perhaps even the Tau can be taken by surprise. I come in search of the road to Parbat. In the demon's name, the Tau that can be described is not the Tau, and there is no road to the shifting city. Even if there were, evil men would burn their feet to walk upon it. You are an insolent child, and a fool to talk of good and evil, and you should listen more. His posture, his voice, it changed. These are Talia's men, League of Assassin foot soldiers, right? So tell me, I Ching, why did this one turn on his partner? It seemed as though another voice spoke through him, as if another man entered the room. What business would Talia have with Nanda Parbat? What what will the Book of Changes say? Wait, what the? The superior man thinks of evil that will come and guards against it. Your path ahead is strewn with the thorns and doubts. I don't know if I believe that. But you do believe, don't you? But you do believe, don't you, Batman, that one man's disembodied consciousness can possess another man and take it for a ride? Yeah. Okay, so now we transfer over to another, I guess, a temple in the mountains where another member of the League of Assassins, the Sensei, is planning, I guess. Is what you have to say more important than my meditations? Come forward, my son. Whisper to me. That is that is most unwelcome news. Send words to my assassins. War is coming. So back in Gotham, or I don't know if this is Gotham, I was public enemy number one. You were two, and she was three. Sure, on a series of campy pop art posters. Say what you like. I was number one. Well, there's a new number one now. My gosh. Are you ready yet? We're not backstage in Vegas. You work for the league now, and it's time. So Talia just found three, what? I guess three fashion models to work for the League of Assassins? Weird. That's just weird. I'm ready. I've been ready for ages. How long did it take you to throw together naughty secretary? Just do what you've been paid to do, Dragonfly. Keep Batman occupied. We'll take care of the retrieval. And try not to come across as a trio of deluded has-beens. Have homicidal tendencies, will travel. What was she talking about anyway? Tiger Moth Tiger Moth ain't no has-been. I'm a red-blooded, murder-loving American country gal. Let's see those valuables, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! You can murder me anytime, baby! Oh, I know that. Somebody get out! Did I give you permission to crawl away? I said, did I give you permission, baby? Got it in for a working girl? Any more opinions? They're under my power now, honey. The power of Silken Spider. So when's he supposed to show? I'm getting agitated. Miss High and Mighty Talia said right around now. Sound about right. Get him! Sorry about that. Follow the trail all the way from Gotham, ladies. The comeback's over. Tiger Moth, Dragon Ladies, down. Get off of me! Silken Spider. Talia brought you back in the game. Take me to her. Yeah, you really think we risk our necks for some frustrated, harassed harpy of a single mom? Think of it, though, Dark Knight. You've been chasing the wrong trail. We did this for Daddy, the greatest international criminal mastermind of them all, the Casanova of crime. Daddy. Let's just say it's bad news for the good guys, sweetie. The demon's head just returned from the grave, and you missed it. That's impossible. That's it. Keep talking. The longer I have you, the harder you'll fall. You're probably an intoxicating nerve agent. You have one hell of a way with the ladies, Batman. Freeze! Some other time. How can this be? Prove it. Show me your face. I have walked with death underground. I have crawled among the weeping fleshless ones, bodiless in the night that never ends. You wouldn't want to see me, daughter. I have witnessed such things, but I have come home. I am Raish Al Ghul. So yeah, the hooded figure, this is Raish Al Ghul. Basically, right now he's bandaged. His whole body is bandaged with with the hood. Things have changed since my father died. I led the assassins still loyal to the demon's head. A fanatical splinter of the League passed into the Sensei's control, but Sensei, he calls himself, an ignorant old man. Nothing changes in this world. Not hate. Not love. Excuse me. I remember how I stood atop the summit and held you up to the bright sky on the morning you were born. I thought I'd never hold you again, daughter. Mother? I. Damian! This is the boy. Come closer, Damian. You have grown. And who gave these clothes to you? It was my father, Batman. What's it to you, mother? I came to ask if Batman? Father, you don't understand how it's been. Father? Yes. Come to grandfather, Damien. Ra's al Ghul is back, but his body was burned, destroyed. Strange then that Sam Tang, the action movie star, vanished from his hospital bed while you were otherwise occupied. Sam Tang, the Human Fist, he worked on Ra's al Ghul's security staff for a few years. Even if one of his Lazarus pits still existed, Ra's couldn't be reborn from ashes, could he? There are other methods of resurrection. I speak now of the survival of the mind beyond the death of the body. Our enemy seeks the fabled fountain of life, unceasing in the shifting city of Nanda Parbat. He will find only ruin. Masters all in history's greatest school of martial arts. My 7 men of death. How shall we slay the demon? Tang betrayed me. He was selected to provide a body for me, but he reneged on our bargain and poisoned himself with radiation. That's why this flesh is rejecting my will, and I feel nothing. Nothing at all. Soon I will be cast out into the cold hells of the Bardo of Death. Obviously, I cannot go there again, but your body contains my blood, my DNA. I promise you too. I promise. You too will feel nothing when I take control. Your mother can reassure you. You want my body? Again with this garbage. How do you expect me to react to that? Do I look completely stupid to you? What? He's very headstrong. Father, there must be another way. We have to talk about these plans of yours. No, wait. How can it be headstrong? It was grown in a tank. Ah, a history lesson for you guys. Yeah, Damien was grown. He wasn't really birthed. He was literally grown out of a tank. Yes. It was bred to obey orders. And when its Toy Town rebellion, its petty flirtation with self-consciousness is done, I expect compliance in the great design of Ra's al Ghul. I demand absolute obedience. Pompous old man. My father will break you into little pieces when I tell him you're back. Damien, run! Stop! Why don't they obey me anymore? Stop! So Ra's al Ghul's guards try to stop Damien from escaping, but I guess the guards are loyal to Ra's now instead of Talia. Don't you dare kill him. Why would I? It seems he's far too precious a resource to waste. But you mustn't alert the detective. Don't let him get away. Bring him to me. We can regrow what you cut anyway. Maim him if you have to. So Damien escapes, looking for help. And that's the end of the third prelude. Finally, we're done with these preludes. Now on to the main event. So I went through the three preludes in 1 hour. I'm surprised on how fast I made it through those. Whoa. If we do end up going well, hmm, no, I'm gonna keep it even. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do half and half, 5 here and 5 next time, and then I guess for the remainder of the 2 hours, we'll do a Q&A session. All right, so we begin with chapter 1 of the story, and it's titled "A Boy for the Demon," and this is told from Tim Drake's point of view, the best Robin ever. Come at me if you must. I got all the comebacks. I'm gonna keep saying this over and over. Tim Drake is the best Robin. At me if you must. I got answers for days, and I do my research. Trust me, I do. All right, let's begin. The boy is slippery, master. We lost Batman. I did not drag my bodiless essence through the frozen nothingness to have my dreams of immortality thwarted by a snot-nosed child. Master, your hand. The meat has no feeling. The body collapses around my spirit. Do not bring me any more bad news. Hunt down the boy. Kill anyone who gets in your way. But find him wherever he goes. Batman City. But who looks after it when Batman is away? Who could possibly step into Batman's shoes? I said, are you turning in for the night, Master Timothy? I'm sure that having Gotham to watch over is a great responsibility, but even Master Wayne sleeps occasionally. He's right. Gotta relax, chill out a little. Sorry, Alfred, I was miles away. There's a few things I need to check out in the cave. I'll see you in the morning. I mean, what's the chance of anything really bad happening tonight? Yeah. Oh, we're good. High criminal activity in downtown St. Paul's area. 5 murders tonight already. 5 murders. Someone's loved ones. Maybe someone's father or son. Don't go there. Don't give yourself nightmares. Oh, oh, Father, you sure don't make it easy to get close to you. Oh, great. Rats with wings. Don't know what my old man sees in you. Yeah, Batman, are you here? I really need to see you, Father. So, what took you so long? I recognize that whiny voice anywhere. I knew you'd sneak in here eventually, but to tell you the truth, I expect you a little sooner. So, a little history lesson for you guys. Damian and Tim have always been at odds with each other ever since they first met, because Damian was the current Robin. So, when Damian first met Tim, Damian was, of course, a jerk, big time jerk. So, Bruce leaves the Batcave to do work, to do Batman work out in Gotham. So, he leaves Tim and Damian in the Batcave together. Damian is beating Tim up with a sword, and he almost kills him. Literally, Alfred Batman comes in, and he's so pissed off. Like, he couldn't believe what he saw. Like, Damian almost killed Tim. So that's one of the reasons why they really don't like each other. Where's Batman? I have to see him. I'm not here to fight you this time. It's a trick. Don't trust him. Look, I really need his help. You need help, Damian, but not from Batman. Hey, this isn't funny. That old monster's gonna kill me to steal my body. What old monster? My grandfather, Ra's al Ghul. Oh, now I know he's lying. I'd I'd have thought someone as devious as you would come up with a better story than that. And anyway, you're out of luck. Batman's not here. I think I'll go check for myself. You're not going anywhere. You're just trying to keep him all for yourself. Can't stand the fact that he's my father. Something you don't have. Uh-oh, now them's is fighting words. Don't let him get under your skin. At least my father wasn't ashamed of me. That's so not true. Damian, no! Put that down. It's a dangerous piece of equipment. Basically what he's talking about. It was I guess a prototype grappling gun. So yeah, Damien shoots the gun. It kind of scratches Tim on the face. But of course, things get worse. Father, this is outrageous. You prevented me from using Damien's body for what it was intended, Talia. A suitable shell for my own life force. As soon as we reach the stronghold, I'll decide on a suitable punishment for your insubordination. Perhaps I'll bury you alive, and you'll feel the worms and insects burrow into your flesh. Yet, you still have no idea what I have been through. Oh, daughter, you disappoint me. I was simply protecting my son. I'm only human. Humanity, father, something that can be lost when a man is as insanely driven as you are. And here comes Batman to the rescue. Back in Tibet with the whatchamacallit, what's his name? Sensei, the Sensei. The 7 pieces of the invisible map come in many forms: a pendant, a tattoo, a scrap of parchment. I heard it rumored that one piece took the form of a speech impediment found only among one nomadic family of the Gobi. 2 of my men of death have brought me pieces of the path to the place that is and is not. Now our hope rests with the archer named Merlin. For those who don't know, Merlin is Green Arrow's arch enemy, who is also an assassin. I guess he's also a member of the League of Assassins as well. Being one of the 7 families of the map, you really should carry a little protection, man. Appearances can be deceitful, Archer. You see, the physical universe is not a physical universe at all, but just our own conscious thinking. Okay, let's take a look at this birthmark. Damien, we're idiots! You left that little monster into Wayne Manor. Alfred! Father? Gah! How dare you intrude upon my master's... Alfred, stop! It's me! But, Master Damien, what are you doing sneaking around? I'm looking for Batman. Well, he's not here. Where is he, Alfred? I gotta find him. If you knew what kind of trouble... I mean, Calm down, boy. What in heaven's name is the matter? I'm scared, Alfred. When you be if someone wanted to steal your body? What? I need help. The kind of help only Batman can give. Your father gave strict orders that you were not to be untied. You take your orders from me, not my father. That's not what he said, Your Highness. Yeah, it's Batman! You always did like your dramatic entrances, beloved. Hello, Talia. How did you find me? A boatload of ninja assassins tend to leave a few ripples behind it. Have you come for me or for my father? So it's true. Where is he, Talia? His body is deteriorating quicker than he hoped. He may already be headed for Nanda Parbat, the hidden city. Wait, you must go to Gotham City. Save your son from the ninjas that Ra's al Ghul sent after him. Damien's in Gotham, looking for you. Our son is in terrible, terrible danger. Danger. Tim, assume security mode 1. Danger. Danger, Tim. Assume security mode 1 until further advice. I'll call Nightwing. Tell him to look in. A couple of phone calls? That's all your son's life is worth? Is this really about your concern for Damien, or are you protecting Ra's al Ghul? You put your personal vendetta against my father before the safety of our own child? It's not about vendetta. The demon's head is evil. Oh, it could be any one of your hundreds of the adversaries, and it'd make no difference. The minute they showed you, you dropped everything, and everyone to go running after them. What's wrong with you, Dark Knights? Why is facing psychopathic supervillains so much easier than facing your emotions? How long ago did Ra's al Ghul leave? Careful. Damien might have set some kind of trap. Wonder what he's up to. could be murdering poor Alfred in his bed for all I know. I know he thinks it's so great for me being his real son, but sometimes I wonder if Batman gives a damn about me, and that kind of hurts, you know? It must be difficult to be the son of such a man. Come along. Batman might not be here, but we can do what we can to stop your grandfather from getting to you. That'd be great. Alfred? Yeah. Get your hands off of him, Damian! Master Timothy, no! Just what do you think you're doing? I was. He was. He was stopping me from falling. The poor lad's afraid. He needs comfort, not a fist to the face. It's all very well being blessed with fierce intelligence, but that doesn't mean a thing if it's not tempered by compassion, Timothy. Mr. Wayne knows that. You. Careful, son. That's an early example of the Hudson River School. So what? It'll be mine one day. Anyway. You don't know that. You think Batman will leave all this to a hanger on like you instead of his own flesh and blood? He doesn't want to know you. A little orphan boy looking for a substitute dad? Pathetic. Boys, please. Pathetic? I'll show you who's pathetic. Tim, stop. You're killing me. Maybe that's the only way I'll be rid of you. Remember your orders. Damien's body must be taken undamaged, but kill everyone else. So basically, Damien was left a trail. The ninjas that were chasing after Damien, they made their way into Wayne Manor. Well, they found Wayne Manor. So now on to part 5. And this part is told from Nightwing's perspective. You heard me right, Nightwing. But we'll take a little break here. Larry Newbill, what is up, my friend? Oh my gosh. And then once we finish the story, guys, we'll be at the halfway point. I wonder I wonder who else is still in the chat. I know Larry, you just showed up, but I wonder who else is here. Who knows? But are you guys enjoying the story so far? Because, like I said, this is my third time reading the story, and I find it pretty cool. Because a lot of the male members of the Bat family play a bigger role in the story, except for Jason, because Red Hood is not in the story. Oh gosh. Mm. I might want. I want to. Man, I really want to buy those Nightwing books that were written by Chuck Dixon because Nightwing is such a cool character. I really gotta get those books. If I could get, if I had the money to buy them, that is. But who knows? Sorry if I'm sound. I feel like I'm prolonging this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just doing a little scrolling. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of doing a little reading through the book just to remember, just to remember a lot of things that happened. I just realized you go back to school. Yeah, yeah. I noticed that. Like, I literally put that piece together. I'm like, wow. I go back to school the day of the anniversary celebration, which is funny. I mean, luckily, I don't want it to be. I look. That's a Tuesday. Yes, that's a Tuesday. I keep forgetting that's a Tuesday, and plus that's in August. I won't have nothing to do. I'm just gonna try to make sure nobody disturbs me on the time of that episode because I wish I had DVR. And because when was the last time a Power Ranger episode aired on prime time? It's been a while. Like since I could say since Jetix. That was probably the last time. But anyway, let's continue. This guy is good, but I'm better. His name is Ayan, part of some secret cabal of bounty hunters called the Sacrament. 10 years, 10 years ago. That's right. Yes, that makes sense. Yes, because Jungle Fury episodes always aired in prime time. I'll admit sometimes having the episodes during the weekends it's not always a good thing, especially putting them at 12 o'clock p.m. when that's when most set. I've said this many times already. Let's continue the story. He tracked a slave ring from Thailand to Manhattan. I should be working with him, except their brand of crime fighting requires body bags for the criminals. He thinks this gang leader is involved, but he's not. I barely arrived in time to stop the interrogation. Why are you interfering, Nightwing? Let's see. Due process, trial by a jury of his peers, crazy reasons like that. Nightwing, we're on a secure line. I need you at the manor. A little busy right now, boss. Time frame? Tim might be in trouble, and I'm in Asia. On my way. I can give you my emergency override code for the Justice League teleporter. Who are you talking to? My conscience. Now run straight to the cops and tell them what you know. If you don't, I'll find you. Don't like letting him go, but the tone in Bruce's voice leaves me little choice. I hate no-win situations. No chance Ian will still be here when I get back, but I cuff him and call the cops anyway. I'm such an optimist. Emergency override. MZ922 Omega. Zone 2. Perimeter placement. You know the code? Would rather not have revealed that particular card. We'll talk about this later. I look forward to seeing the pride beneath your disappointed scowl. So, oh yeah, if you want, actually, I forgot to tell you, Nightwing was a member of the Justice League for a little bit, just for a little bit. But yeah, I guess he has a reserve code for his Justice League teleporter. And I guess after he left, he was considered a reserve member of the League, which makes sense. Faster if I teleported directly into the cave, with the risk of getting vivisected by the giant penny. No, thank you. Looks quiet. Why am I here? Ra's al Ghul is alive again, Dick. He wants to transfer his consciousness into Damian's body. And while you're tracking Ra's through Asia, Damian came here looking for you. Drawing pursuit from what? Man-bats? Ninjas. Of course. I have activity. Going silent now. I'll check in later, Bruce. Ra's al Ghul knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Doesn't mean we're okay with all his cannon fodder knowing it too. Visor scopes run a biometric scan. Well, look what we have here. Too many options. They work for Raish. Or they work for Talia, Raish's daughter, Damian's mom, and what a surprise, a head case in her own right. And it's the three ladies that Batman ran into: Tiger Moth, Silken Spider, and Dragonfly. Everything's too damn quiet, ain't it? Why would the kid come here? And what are the taxes on this place? Or they're just thieves casing casing stately Wayne Manor. Can't waste time on them, so Lordy, girls, who cut it? Colorless, not odorless, they never suspect a thing. when it comes to the smell like that. Now to see if anyone else is. Alfred! Excuse me? Finding ninjas again? Master Dick, they are everywhere. It's okay, Alfred. I got it. Nothing on imaging scopes. Are they that good or okay? I see them now. So this is the pack of ninjas that are attacking Wayne Manor, and this is just not. And Nightwing is and Alfred are all alone. Plus, Damian are still inside. I can see them now. My first thought is all of this is for Damian, the son Batman never knew he had, grandson to Ra's al Ghul, and a kid no one can stand. And then I think, no, it's for Tim. For him, 1,000 ninjas is just the start of what I would do. Of course, be nice if Batman were here to take 100 or so off my hands. He has over a day's head start, beloved. You will not catch my father. Impressions under the new snowfall. He came this way no less than 12 hours ago. And then what? You will stop him? And so what? He will return. He always returns. Ra's al Ghul is inevitable, and you are implacable. We should be seeking to rescue our son, Bruce. Do you not care about his welfare? As long as Ra's wants him alive, he won't be hurt. Then what of Robin? He can take care of himself, Talia. I certainly hope so, since his stepfather has chosen not to. Hold up. Please, I can't. Yes, Miss Lin, you can. Please, Tengu, tell him what you know. Your wife knows you have carried the burden of your family's lineage with great honor. Wild guess, but I think she'd rather your honor not come at the cost of endings of your family's lineage. Give us the piece of the puzzle. So, other members, or better yet, other assassins. The guy with the hook for a hand, his name is the Hook. This other guy with like the Jerry curls, I have no idea who he is. If not for her, do it for the baby. He recited a poem. The puzzle piece be bequeathed to the sixth protector of the invisible map as a poem. From what Hook and Maduvu, that's his guy. That's the guy's name. The one with the Jerry curl. Have them repeat it precisely. To unlock the kingdom of peace, to thine own self be true. Fortune cookie stealing from Shakespeare. What does it mean? The poem is thousands of years old, Merlin, and it means nothing on its own, but combined with the other pieces, like the birthmark you brought me from India. Yes, the pieces fit together. The path to Songdong through the Yunthang Valley, to the only fields where the Kongling silkworm can be found. Through the tributary beneath the bridges of forgotten sadness, to the ridge when the iris latistalia grow, breathe in their innocence. Step left, step right to match the mark you bear. A Sanskrit 7 birthmark, matched left and right. 777 paces. There, I will find the gates to Nanda Parbat. There, after reciting the poem, the gifts of eternal life will be mine, allowing me finally to grant the immortal his final rest. Ah, Sammy, you disappoint me so. This body comes undone so quickly. I have lived for lives upon lives, and yet my time runs out. I returned in another body, but I lack the time to master continued transference. I must reach Nanda Parbat to mark preparations for Damien's deliverance. So whoever expected to live forever, well, me, though I have a funny way of showing it, I know. I'm certain you can do this all night, but you have to get inside. Hang on, Alfred. Voice pattern beta. Activate perimeter charge north front. Taser lawn. Highly recommended weed killer. We need to prep a jet. I need think I think once we're done here, we'll be going on a long trip. Understood, Master Dick. Do be careful. Fine. Take all the fun out of it. Fine. Take all the fun out of it. LOL. Just let your soul. Wait, what? I can hear the fighting coming from the basement. Avoid the main shaft, use an access vent. Entry gives me to a better vantage point to survey that. That's a lot of ninjas. That's like the Sam's Club of supersized box of ninjas. Where does Raish find these guys? Tim held down the fort, but he looks wiped. Notice Damien's costume. Note to self, smack a clue into this kid. Thanks for coming. Sure, you okay? It's a coming to America reference. The Soul Glow commercial. Oh, okay. I'd be fine if he worked with me. Simpleton, your tactics are flawed. Such a prince, isn't he? Fold him into a position. Yeah, would rather fold him into a suitcase and send him back home. Damien, hold to a tight formation. You prefer a defensive posture too? Why? Do you fear my father's reprobation should you fall meekly in combat? Or are you simply a coward? He really is a prince, heir to the kingdom of the damned, but saving him makes us feel better about ourselves. Yeah, Robin, I'm fine. He's lying. He's too tense. I can't protect Damien if I have to worry about Tim too. Move to the elevator. Really trying to do this without ruining the cave or sacrificing ourselves. Follow me. Hang on. You're embarrassing me. You do that just fine on your own. Robin? Yeah, I got it. One consistently pleasant thing about Raish cannon fodder. They've mastered all the known martial arts in the world. On my mark, but completely ignored the art of slapstick. Damien, stay tight. Coming Damien, stay tight coming out of your roll. Okay, it was a pretty good plan. It's because he's a little yutz. We have to move before they close us off. Can't break through. Elevator's coming down in only about 5 seconds. We've had enough, you dang ninjas. Hmm, what now? Guess the taxes on Wayne Manor go up a bit when you figure in Batman's finished basement, huh? Give us the kid now. Should I be asking? Probably not. So they're here for Damien. Only Talia would have hired the stones to had the stones to hire psycho has-beens like these three. We'll worry about the matter of secret identities later. So basically, the three, assassins that Talia hired, I guess, they found the Batcave, and they're also coming after Damien. That's crazy. Talia sends these three after Damien, while Rache sends ninjas after Damien. I, get- I forget. Like I said, this is my third time reading the story. I haven't read the story in like a while. Robin, watch his back. I'll cut a path to the elevator. Ladies, any chance we can work together without killing anyone? My, can that butt look any better in those tights? Ew. I don't really see how, but that didn't answer my question. This'll never work if Tim and I are the only ones who know what we're doing. You'd think that one less problem to deal with, except the venom on those darts is usually lethal. I have less than 30 seconds to save them. Can Damien and Tim hold out that long? So I do embarrass myself. Don't move, I'm almost there, and I'm forced to at least thank you for trying. 20 seconds. What's it gonna be, Dick? So basically, Nightwing is at odds because the three women assassins they got hit with venom darts, and Damien is still being ambushed by the ninjas. So does he get the venom out of the three assassins because he can't just let them die? That would be very unjustified. Or save, or go back and save Damien and Tim. He's at a fork in the road right now. Save them and sacrifice Tim and Damien. Nightwing! I'm sorry, Tim. Master Dick, they are leaving. Activate Tim's tracer. Give me 15 minutes. Were you hurt? No, Alfred. I was played. I hate no-win situations. I'm coming, Tim, and I'm gonna save you. So he goes to save the assassins while the ninjas kidnap Damien and Tim. And that puts us at the halfway point of the story. So we'll leave right there. Wow. So it took me an hour and a half. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Whew. So it took me an hour and a half to read the first half of this book. I wonder how long it'll take me to read the second half. So, well, that's done. I guess we'll do a little Q&A session until we I guess until we reach the. Oh, interesting. Birds of Prey, Black Mask to be the villain in the Birds of Prey movie. Oh, that's interesting. That might be very interesting because we barely have. I mean, we have Black Mask in like animated cartoons and video games, and in I don't even know if Black Mask is in Gotham, but I don't even want to talk about Gotham. That show is trash. That show is big trash. Um, but yeah, so will there be a Toku Tuesday this week? Layla, I don't know because this week is kind of pressed because I'm rewatching all of Gokaiger to prepare for Saturday on Henshin Hangout, and already I've gotten through 20 episodes plus um 100 Gokaiger versus Ghost the 199 hero movie. So I'm already busy with a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, that I find it crazy. Yeah, I've got through 20 episodes of Gokaiger in 2 days plus the movie. I mean the team up movie. So and I feel like with Gokaiger, I can't easily get bored. Like usually when I'm watching a Sentai season, I will only do 5 episodes a day. But with Gokaiger, doing 10 episodes 10 episodes is a breeze with Gokaiger for some reason, and I don't know why. But I guess like I said, Gokaiger is like my favorite Sentai season of all time. So I guess I could never get bored with Gokaiger ever. But if I were to do a Toku Tuesdays, a Toku Tuesday for tomorrow, I don't know what will it be on. I really don't know. Well, it's Gokaiger. It took me a day and a half to get there. Layla, it took you a day and a half to get through all of Gokaiger? Okay, from when I'm binge watching something, I like to give myself time to breathe, like to just relax. But a day and a half, you wait? Did you watch? I'm married. I know 51 episodes, but did you also watch the other stuff like the team up movie, the Gokaiger movie itself, and the team up with Gavin? Because that's also, man, Gokaiger had so many movies. Why did it have to go out and give them so many movies? It's the Gokaiger movie, the team up movie, the team up with Gavin, and plus um the team up with Go Busters and Superhero Ties In. Apparently Superhero Ties In counts. So Gokaiger got like five movies for themselves. They better get a 10 years after movie. If they don't get a 10 years after, me and Toei is gonna get some words. It was that addict. Okay, I can see why. Yeah, Gokaiger is very very addictive. I wonder. Who knows? I might watch another 5 episodes after I'm finished with this because, like you said, Gokaiger is very addictive and it's so fun. So, and of course, I've been live tweeting about it and rewatching the tribute episodes. It's a lot of fun, and I noticed the trope of with the tribute episodes because most of the tributes that show up in the early episodes are all Red Rangers. Well, Deca Ranger had 3 Rangers, but I don't understand why they didn't give like a legend shift for Gokai Yellow and Deca Master because Hello, like you had three Deca Rangers in one tribute episode, and yet you only give Deca Red a legend shift. I don't understand that. But I know as the episodes got deeper, because I just watched the episode 20, which was the Ginga Man tribute, and of course, Yoma and Hyuga both got legend shifts, which was great, which was really great. But of course, like I said, some of my favorite tribute episodes I already watched, like the Geki Ranger tribute, the Shinkenger tribute, which was the first two-part of the episode. I mean, of the show. So I could go on and on about Gokaiger. I really can go on and on. I wonder what if I decide to do a what if I decide to do a Toku Tuesday video on Gokaiger? What would it be about? That would be very interesting to see how that would go. Well, who knows? But for you guys that's still here, if you guys have any questions, I would definitely be happy to answer any of them. But yeah, I'll probably watch five more episodes, or who knows, maybe even 10 more episodes of Gokaiger. Then I'll be at episode 30 by the end of the day. Hmm. Well, you can't bash it for being better than you know. You can't bash it for it being. I mean, can I though? Can I really? Because I try not to talk about that season that shall not be named any as much as I can. Because the more if I talk about it, then I will get angry. I always get angry every time I try. Just even talking about Super Mega Force or even watching it, I just it really like it grinds my gears just to even look at that season. Yeah, let's talk about. But I don't know. I really don't know how I would do it. It's weird. I'm more mad at Ninja Steel than I was with Mega Force. I mean, I'm not mad at Ninja Steel. Just Ninja Steel really feels very meh. It's a meh season because, like I told you, I struggled to watch Ninja. Ninja was so bad. Like I really could not stand Takaharu. I really couldn't stand him. He was so annoying. But probably the only character that I enjoyed in Ninja is besides I'm dropping Ninja Steel for the third or fourth time. Gosh. Yeah, I guess Ninja Steel has really been, you know, opposed by a lot of fans. Well, who knows? I wonder what percentage of viewership has dropped when the show decides to come back. I mean, not decides, it will come back, but who knows? I wonder what that number will be. Because if the number is higher than it was last time, then I'm not gonna be surprised. I really am not. If I hear like, if I if I hear anything like about like Power Rangers loses viewership of like what 80 or 90%. Actually, that's kind of 90% is kind of pushing it, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, I want to. Well, hashtag pray for Beast Morph. I'm praying for Beast Morphers. I'm really praying that Beast Morphers steps it up in every detail possible: storytelling, character, interactions, development. Beast Morphers needs to have that. They need to have that. And I trust Hasbro, so I hope they know. I know Hasbro will know what they're doing, but I just hope that they do it a good job with it. So please do a good job at Hasbro. I believe in you guys. I really do. It also has to do with the fact that a lot of fans are growing up and wanting to see more. That's why a lot of PR fans who are teenagers are preferring Sentai more. Yeah, yeah, that's actually kind of true. Or basically for me, I would just enjoy, like I could just enjoy the original Saban area minus MMPR, and I can enjoy the Saban era, the original Saban era, and the Disney era anytime. The Neo Saban era, it's no, just no, I can't. But I mean, except for Dino Charge. Dino Charge, I could watch the fights of Dino Charge anytime, or just like watch the recap of both Dino Charge and Supercharge to an extent. But Dino Charge for a fact, definitely that's the only um that's the only good Neo Saban season ever. And I don't understand how people find the moment where Levi regains his memories and realize that he's Brody's brother such a huge moment. I don't I don't find that moment at all like impact. That moment was so easily predicted. I'm like, okay, you know, cuz like I said, when the episode of the Gold Ranger showed up, like when it aired, I was hoping that he was not Brody's brother because I did not want it to be so obvious. And then go ahead and make him. Turns out, oh, like, oh yeah, he lost. Aiden lost his memories because Madame Odious took his memories and put him into a robot version of Aiden. I'm like, really? Like, really? You could have done something. You could have, if you wanted to make him his brother, you could have done something a little bit better than that instead of making like very amateurish because that sounds like an amateur move. I feel like put Chip Lynn back in the writing chair because Chip knows how to write good episodes. He really has. He's a good producer and he has a big batch full of episodes that he's written. It was a way of saying that his brother has always been there, but come on, it's I hate things when it's so easily predictable. I like it I loved it back when, Power Rangers surprises you with things like stuff that puts you on the edge of your seat. Like the last time I was really on the edge of my seat with Power Rangers was when sorry. The last time I was really on the edge of my seat was with Dino Charge when when Tyler was fighting Fury and the gold energy that was coming out of Fury. I really thought it was gonna be Tyler's dad, and I really thought like, what if Tyler's dad is inside Fury, and he could be the Gold Ranger? So that was like that was a prediction that I had in my mind, and it would have been cool. But turns out it was Ivan, which was I'm fine with. It was cool that it was someone else, but of course we didn't get Tyler's dad until Dino Supercharge, and reveal that like, oh, Tyler's dad is the Aqua Ranger. So I mean, I wasn't too disappointed at that, but I was mad that he kept leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. I'm like, why don't you just stick around? The more Rangers, the more strength in numbers. Thank you, that would have been nice. And I'm thinking, I didn't count, but I'm wondering how many times did Kendall actually morph in Dino Supercharge? I mean, of course she did morph in the first episode, but how many chances did Ken? How many times was Kendall actually out in the battlefield fighting in as the Purple Ranger? Because I mean, I feel like it was obvious that she was going to be the Purple Ranger in the finale. I guess that was kind of obvious, but I mean, it was easily known. I guess we all knew. I guess we all knew that Kendall was going to be the Purple Ranger some way or another. But yeah, but the biggest thing that we were hoping for, like when Dino Supercharge went on its hiatus and it came back with with the whole Silver Ranger arc and Lord Arcanon and everything. I'll admit, I kind of enjoyed the Silver Ranger arc. I wasn't like big excited and everything, but it was cool. I liked it for what it was. And well, the fight between Zenowing is an awesome character. He was really, really. As a matter of fact, how many appearances did Zenowing even get in Dino Supercharge? Why does he have another power score? Oh, he only had 8. Wow, Zenowing only had 8 appearances, which I think I know why. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Hmm. But can we talk about Bo Kendra? I love Bo Kendra. I'm halfway done with it, and Bo Kendra was awesome. Sure, let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about Bo Kendra for a little bit. Like I said, my favorite members of Bo Kendra are Akashi and Edgy. They're they're awesome. And and Sakura. Sakura is a really cool character. And if by or basically I'll just say by color: Boken Red, Boken Pink, and Boken Silver. I just don't like Boken Black. I really don't like Boken Black. No, I don't like Boken Black, and I don't like Boken Yellow. I really don't. I don't like Boken Yellow. Boken Blue, to an extent, he's okay. He's okay, but I do not like Boken Yellow. Not to me was I don't like characters that are very ditzy. That episode when Boken Yellow had the mecha running like she did was hilarious. Like, Um, I forgot most of the stuff that happened in Bokender. Like, to be honest, Layla, I really did. Like, there was when you watch so many Sentai seasons, you forget most of the plot, unless it's Gokaiger, because Gokaiger is Gokaiger is easy. You can remember everything that happens in Gokaiger. But yeah, Bokender, I can't really remember much. I mean, I remember most of Edgy's backstory and how he's part Ashu and his mom is part is Ashu and his dad is human and Edgy's half and half. So that was a good arc to be in. That was actually a good arc, by the way. That was a really good arc. Um, but there's so many things about Bokender that I've forgotten. I mean, I know each villain has each Bokender has like a connection with a certain villain. I don't remember them by names. I know the Questers, they're connected to Edgy. Um, Come on. Let's see. Characters. Yeah. So King Ryuan, he's more so connected to Boken Red, the Dark Shadow, the Ninja, which is like the Ninja Syndicate. They're connected to Boken Black. The Ashu, they're connected to Edgy. Yeah, and that's it. That's it. Nope, that's crazy. Nope. no villain, to go against Boken Yellow or Boken Yellow, Blue, or Pink. Interesting. Who knows? I might. Who knows? I might give Bokenger another rewatch because like I said, Bokenger's a really cool show. And I love Boken Red. Boken Red really I love his actor. His actor is really cool. Like he has I really love his charisma as a leader. That's what I love about him the most. And when he's out in the field and he takes charge, like, ready, Bokenja, start up. And I love their roll call. Their roll call is so cool. Endless Boken spirits, Gogo Sentai, Bokenja. But yeah, Bokender's really up there as like one of my I can say one of my favorite Sentai seasons. And I love what they do at the end. Akashi is very attractive. He kind of is. I don't know what it is. It's just like I don't know what he attracts. I feel like he attracts both guys and girls. But he's he's a handsome dude. I'll say that. He's a very handsome dude. Um, but the team up was I kind of like what they did with their team up. Very obscure because you got three Six Rangers in that team up. Two of them are on Aka Red's team because you got Aka Red, you got Hurricane Blue, Magic Yellow, Operate Black, Deca Break, and Magi Shine. Two Six Rangers from two consecutive seasons work in the same movie. That's very interesting. Wow, I'm just really piecing that together. That's really interesting. Deca Break, Magi Shine, and Boken Silva. That's it's very interesting. I never been attracted to Asian dudes until I started watching Sentai and Kamen Rider. Japan has a lot of very attractive men. They really do. And I think that LGBT community is very popular over there in Japan too, if I'm correct. I think I'm very correct. But who knows? I may give Bokendra a rewatch. I feel like I just realized after I finish, rewatching Gokaiger, I gotta go back to continue Live Man. I think I'm on episode 16 now of Live Man. Yeah. Uh, well, episode 16. I'm on episode 16. So I'm more attracted to the character. The actors just being them to life. But yeah, so after I finish Gokaiger, I'll be up to episode 16 of Live Man. So that'll be great. I think I it's been an okay season for Live Man. I think my favorite batch of episodes for Live Man are like the first two episodes. That's like a good premise of Live Man and how dark the show is. So, but other than that, I mean, other stuff is just basic formula. Monster shows up, beat the monster, monster grows, same formula with the mech battles and everything, and then move on. But one thing I do find interesting, like the main villains of Live Man, um, I don't. That's a Volt. Just it's spelled not like VAULT. It's VOLT or Volt. Revolt. Revolt. Volt. Yeah. So yeah, I just watched I guess you could say like a two-parter episode where they received a new general, and I really find that interesting how they played that out. That was really interesting. I mean, let me look up who that what the name of that character was. Ah, here we go. Dr. Ashura. I think looking at him, I'm kind of comparing him a bit to what's his name? Uh, what's his name? Jin from Die Ranger. I think that's his name. Demon Fish Jin. Yes, yes, Jim Matoba. But I think I might go back to watching make it make it 5 episodes of Gokaiger tonight, and then I'll be like I'll be halfway done with the show. But I guess we could definitely end it here. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to come out and watch. This week for videos, of course, there will be a casual stream on Friday. Um, Thursday, I gotta do another retro throwback. Funny, after I finish a Sentai season, I go back to watch their tribute episodes. Yeah, really, that's interesting. But yeah. So, thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Of course, this next week, I guess for next week, um I'll continue the second part of the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul. I don't know. I'll probably think of something for Tokyo Tuesdays, but who knows when I'll be able to do it because tomorrow, I'm working tomorrow, and for Wednesdays are usually like top 10 days or just like random. But I'll try to find I'll try to find something to talk about. I'll try to find something to talk about for Toku Tuesdays. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And as always, I'm Vengeance, I'm Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden. Blackwing out.